In a world that never stops buzzing, sometimes the loudest messages come from the quietest corners of our own selves. Hello, darling, and welcome to Self and the Frequency. I am your host, Magical Femme. Let's tune into the signals that shape who we are and who we aspire to be. Have you ever felt like you were living a double life? Or maybe a triple one? 1 minute, you're the powerhouse CEO leading a board meeting. The next, you're the intuitive healer pulling tarot cards. And by evening, you're the artist covered in paint, or the mom negotiating with a toddler over broccoli. We're told from a young age to pick a lane, to find one niche, one title, one version of ourselves, and stay there. But what happens when your soul is too big for just one box? What happens when you feel like a mosaic in a world that only wants you to be in a single title? If you've been feeling guilty for having too many interests or feeling like a bit of a shapeshifter, this episode is your permission slip. This week on Self and the Frequency, we are talking about the wardrobe of the soul. We're exploring the magic of being multi-passionate, how to balance the different hats we wear, and why your versatility isn't a distraction, but your greatest superpower. It's time to stop shrinking yourself to fit one lane and start building your own highway. Let's dive into the niche trap. We live in an era that worships specialization. The world wants to be able to Google you and know exactly what drawer to put you in. And when we try to do it all, we often feel like we're failing at everything. We feel like a jack of all trades, master of none. Honey, let's reframe that right now. In this space, we are masters of integration. Wearing different hats doesn't make you scattered. It makes you multidimensional. Think of your life as a high-end gallery. Just because there are different exhibits in different rooms doesn't mean the building is confused. It means the building is a destination. The struggle comes when we think we have to wear all the hats at the same time. You can't wear a fascinator, a fedora, and a crown all at once. You'll just give yourself a headache and look like a mess. The secret isn't in choosing one hat. It's in knowing when to change them and how to stay you underneath all of them. I call this the core thread concept. While your roles may change from the professional to the creative, from the caregiver to the dreamer, the frequency you bring to them remains the same. The why is your thread. If your core thread is beauty, you bring beauty to your spreadsheets, your home, and your art. If your core thread is order, you bring it to your business and your spiritual practice. When you find your thread, the hats don't feel like disguises anymore. They just feel like different expressions of your magic. So, how do we juggle the different versions of ourselves without losing our minds? How do we stay grounded when we're switching roles 10 times a day? Well, here is your frequency challenge for the week. First is the costume change ritual. We need mental airlocks between our roles. When you finish your workday and move into your creative or personal space, create a physical trigger. Change your earrings, maybe spray a specific scent or light a candle. Just signal to your nervous system that it's time to hang up one hat and put on the next. Don't let the frequencies bleed into each other. Next is the identity inventory. Write down the 3 main hats you wear right now, and next to each one, write down one thing that hat gives you. Maybe the professional hat gives you stability, while the creative hat gives you joy. When you see what each role provides, you stop seeing them as burdens and start seeing them as assets. And finally, do the underneath affirmation. At least once a day, remind yourself, I am the wearer, not the hat. You are the soul that exists beneath the titles. When you anchor your worth in your essence rather than your output in any one role, the pressure to be perfect in every lane simply evaporates. And now, let's take a moment for our frequency check-in. Gently roll your shoulders back, and if you can, place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a deep, luxurious breath in. And as you exhale, release the need to explain yourself to the world. Take another breath in, honoring the visionary in you, the worker in you, the lover in you, and the seeker in you. And as you exhale, feel them all coming into harmony. You are not a fragment. You are a masterpiece of many layers. Every hat you wear is a gift you give to the world. Remember, darling, you don't have to choose a lane when you own the whole map. So as you move through your week, wear your many hats with pride. Switch them gracefully, style them boldly, and never apologize for being too much for a small-minded box. Protect your peace, keep your frequency high, and enjoy your beautiful, multifaceted life. If this episode spoke to you, pass it on to a friend who is doing it all. Until next time, stay magical. That's all for this week's journey on Self and the Frequency. I am your host, Magical Femme. Subscribe or follow wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss out on future conversations. And let's connect on Instagram at Self and the Frequency. Until next time, keep tuning into yourself and amplifying your beautiful frequency.